Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for the Vertu Trophy Cup Jimmy Bag of Donuts round of 32 that we have gone through. Yes, and we did win 1-0 over Crewe. That all kind of rhymed, didn't it? There it is. I did that. Yes, we've gone through. Much to my my arguments going into the match. Yes, I had thought, let's get out of the cup. Don't care. Want to get back into the league. But we're through, and I never want Wrexham to lose, so how about it? Great goal, 79th minute, put in the back of the net by Aaron James with an amazing cross from Paul Mullen, who came on with Elliot Lee and made the difference in the game because it was one of those army crawl games, getting through it. It was a cold night. Not a lot of people. I think it's about 3,000 folks there too. Some of my friends that were at the match had said they were freezing, and there's one right there. North Wales guy is first, and the Global Pundit is second. If you, it's a little bit of a tease there. The Global Pundit is also second, but they were at the match. But more importantly, Wrexham get a win, and we move forward. And we are literally the 1-0 team right now. No matter what game we're in, we're playing. It's 1-0, clean sheets all around. As you can see on the thumbnail, fantastic Foz2.0. Brad Foster actually came in. He's been training with us the last few weeks. I thought looked fantastic. Man of the match for me. Got man of the match tonight. I thought he did a fantastic job. Made some great saves. A little awkward at times with his feet. He had one come back at him, kind of took it down. It was great. But I got to tell you this. Hot take for me, I'm starting him on Saturday. Against Cambridge. Do it. Starting Foz on Saturday. Foz 2.0 is starting on Saturday for me. So anyway, smash the like on the video. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit, get your Local Pundit merch. If you haven't already, 1.41 thousand we're gone our way to 50,001. But fantastic watch along today. It was fun. Had a great time doing it with y'all in the new OBS, touching buttons, screwed some things up, which is great. But we need to move forward, and that's how we do. Got to figure out what we're doing. But awesome. More important, we went through tonight. But I'll give you my take. Got an interview on the sidelines with Parkinson, and we have an interview with Phil inside and with Aaron James, the goal scorer, too. So I want to get your thoughts on it. What you all liked with the game today, and I did figure out how to do polls. I mean, oh my God, I figured out how to do a goddamn poll, which is amazing, and I'm so pumped about that. I don't know how to do it right now, but I'm not going to do one because we got too much to talk about when we get into this too. As you can see, there is a mistletoe above my head. So let me give you my hot take real quick going into the match. Again, going to the match, I did not want to play any of our players. Whereas, like, we have the injury bug happening, and you never want to play scared. But Parkinson knows more than me, and he chose a really strong side, really strong side. Scar at the back, Stash. Two of the players that haven't been getting a lot of minutes, but they're very, very good. They're important to us for the rest of the season for sure. JJ got to start. Unfortunately, JJ went down with an injury. And then Andy Cannon came on, and Andy Cannon did fairly well when he came on. My issue was just having players get in and getting injured. Now, when you're not playing a lot, that's what happens. You could tweak something here and there. I thought Mendy did very well today. At phases. Getting back in, push forward, look strong, powerful, going up that left side. He's a total pro. Up front, the back line was great. Obviously, it was a clean sheet, and the keeper was my highlights for the night. The keeper was the highlight. So those were my highlights in the back. The midfield, Dobson back in, few misplaced passes, ran himself about. Again, I think he's doing the two jobs rather than him doing one. I think him and Matty James are the best complement next to each other. Dobson, happy to see him back. Good lettuce as always. It was a game of I don't want to say a moment, but it was a game of where it was almost like a training game, and I never really felt threatened. I never felt like they were going to, although they did threaten us. Foz 2.0 made some great saves tonight, kept us in it for sure. I don't want to say kept us in it. It's like I never felt like we were in danger, but we did have to make some saves. They had a bunch of kids on the pitch, and I thought that they did well for Crewe in regards to the fact that I don't think this is their focus. Their focus is to get promoted out of League Two. Dimitri didn't play. Tracy didn't play. So it is what it is for them. And it was a good workout for some of the players that needed minutes. I would call the fringe players. And again, unfortunately, some of the players didn't play out. Josh Adam also stand out for me tonight. Josh Adam is a player for the future. He's a young guy, got good feet, good low balance play. Kind of reminds me of I said it on the show, a Bernardo Silva a little bit, and that type of quality on low gravity there. I like his play. He's one for the future. Sign him up, please do. Up front, but Vartan and Mo Fall. Oh shit. Well, they didn't score. Let's start there. They didn't score. They weren't putting the ball in the channels where they actually could have got the opportunity to score. I think Mo Fall went for an overhead kick at one point. It's totally not their fault in certain ways because we weren't playing the right balls to them too. We weren't threatening at all ourselves. We had 14 shots to their 10, I think it was, but we weren't very threatening. I think, but Vartan is trying to play for a contract. I don't know if that's going to happen if we go into the market. I do not know if that's going to happen if we go into the market, unfortunately. And Mo Fall, I heard people were at the game. Parkinson was yelling at him, directing him. This is what was said, directing him to go here, go there, do that. Halftime, Mullen came out 5 minutes before and was telling him where to go, where to be at places at times. This is from the ground, which was good intake, good intel while we were there. So he needs a little bit of training, a little bit of work. I still think he's good for the future. Paying $500K, whatever we paid for him. We're not going to give up on him. And tonight it was a game where he didn't get the right service, and I think Bavard didn't get the right service too. But it's a learning experience, a game for all of these guys that are trying to get some minutes and trying to impress the manager, and it's fine. And let's see what Parkinson has to say in his interview. But Vartan, I don't think he's a bad player. I don't know if he'll be here if we go into the market. And Mo Fall is definitely for next year for sure. There's talent there, needs to be nurtured, so we will get there. Hey, Ruth, how you doing? Glenda Bursey's in the house as well. And Mendy can look so good when he disappears. I don't know if he's what his future looks like here. I think he's a good player, good guy. I don't know. Sometimes we got to be harsh on what we're doing going into the future. So we'll see that. But all right, let's get to some of these interviews here. The first one I'm going to get to was actually on the pitch. Where did it go? Of course, I lost it. Where's the one on the pitch? What are you doing, Josh? I had it all queued up, and of course, I lost. I think I shut it down. I'm going to do it this way. Why don't I do it this way? I'll do it this way because I wanted to see the one. This is it. I wanted to get this one live. There it is. He was on the pitch. Where is it? This is after the match. He had come down and talked to the trio downstairs. Here he is. Okay. Let's see it.
To that potential.
There's
the next round.
Those are the scores. But I wanted to get to this right here. Bear with me.
Games in particular.
There we go. That's it. There we go. There we go.
Stage of this competition. Morecambe 0, Lincoln 1. Rotherham beating Tranmere by 3-2. Stockport 2, Bradford City 3. One of Phil Parkinson's former clubs, of course. Walsall 1,
Bolton
Reading 1. Another of his former sides. They'll be heading towards penalties. Wickham 1.
I said to you before, he's been in with us, but we haven't seen a lot of him in terms of
talking about goalkeeper
11v11 practice because he hasn't been involved in that.
Foster.
And credit to Aidan Davison for bringing him in a couple of weeks ago. And it's amazing how things can turn around for a young player who's just come in and been helping out on the training pitch, and he gets his opportunity tonight and looked really assured and very pleased for him because it's never easy, like we said before the game, when you get thrown in to any first team game. But he handled it really well, and I'm very pleased for him.
Yeah. Hot take real quick. I like him. I'm starting him on Saturday. He's talking about Foz2.0. Brad Foster got man of the match. Coming in, he has been training, waited for his opportunity, and went in and took it. So good on him.
Aaron James with his first goal for the first team. He moved into a slightly different position, coming out to right wing back just before that moment, but he got forward well, and a very clinical header from Paul Mullins' cross.
Yeah, no, we just went to a back four, so we were playing him right back in a back four, and we'd gone to a diamond at that point. Mullen in behind, Mo and Ollie. So Seb left back, Tommy, Scary, Aaron, midfield three, and Mo in behind. Yeah, and it was a great goal. I thought it was a brilliant cross from Moles, though. It was right out on the touchline, to get that purchase on the ball and put it in that danger area was a real quality moment for us. And Aaron finished it brilliantly and capped off what I thought was a good display. We're playing against a team who are known for producing young players, and they had young centre halves. I think one of them's on loan playing tonight, and I thought Aaron was good, if not better than the young players tonight. And like I keep saying in these interviews about, I feel Aaron's got a future, and nights like that can't do him any harm.
He said that. I want to go back to the Mullen cross into Aaron James for the goal. I thought Mullen. So that ball easily could have went out. Right now, Mullen's been struggling for getting goals, but he never stops running. He never stops giving effort. I thought that him going out and stopping that ball, immediately turning it back in, putting it back in the mixer, boom, back in that, caught him off guard, back in that. That's the 1-0. That's the difference in the game. So we all want Mullen to come good, scoring goals. Well, I think he'll start on Saturday. I thought he would start tonight. I think he'll start on Saturday. I think he should start. But moments like that, he had an opportunity to score a goal tonight. He didn't get it. The defender made a good save. So he went down to the ground. Good block, sorry. But I thought tonight that ball was going to go out. Comes in, turns around, puts it back in the box. Boom. Is that the thing where it's like you start feeling the moments? I want him to come good. I do. I really, really do. I didn't want him to play tonight at all. I wanted to cotton wool him. I get it. I understand. But he's on the pitch. You can't do anything about it. That's just an opinion. I don't give a shit for the fact that it's like I'm happy to be wrong so we can go on and win games. The difference tonight in this game was the quality in Big L coming in, okay? Big L coming in, Palmer coming in, and Mullen coming in and changing the game. That's it. And those are our big players. Granted, we are the 1-0 victory team at all times at this point. We have clean sheets galore. Doesn't matter who's in there in the back, who's in the sticks. Obviously the debut tonight for Foz2 2.0, Brad Foster, who did very, very well, got man of the match. Up front, we're a little anemic, but we will come good. I feel just like there's something very special. Doesn't matter what position we're in the game. We always have a fighting chance because you have players on the pitch who might not be firing in all cylinders. Mullen, Ollie Palmer, Big L, Andy Cannon. Players like that that'll come through, moment of brilliance, and be like, cool, that's great. Now, do I think we should have put 4 past them? We could have. But we didn't. We're just not that squad. We are not electric. We are a grinded out army crawl, callous building team, which has incredible heart, will never give up. If you're not playing in 5 games, you come in, you're playing 1 game tonight in the Jimmy Bag of Donuts Cup, you're going to give everything you want. Everything out there on the pitch, and we'll come out with a W. So I'm very pleased about that. Very, very pleased. And at home, I know there were 3,000 fans there, whatever it was. They traveled 285, 265, something like that. Kind of a quiet stadium. Doesn't matter. They go out and they perform because they give a shit. And that's the greatness of the squad. That's the greatness of the manager. That's the greatness of the ownership of the town and what it's all about. So very, very impressed. Again, going into it, I said I never want to lose a game, but I'm fine if we did because I want us to focus on the league. These players do need minutes, I understand, but long-winded saying, players showed up tonight. Mullen did seem in good spirits, though. So did Lee. They both been grumpy lately. Michael Wolf, good shout there. It's a good note, and you're probably right. You have seen a little bit of their. Maybe someone put her arm around them. I wish it was me. I would have done it, but they did well. They did seem a little lighter. I think Marie from STōK Cae messaged me, and she's like, the smile from Mullen was good. And you're right. You want to see him smiling. You do. You want to see him smiling. So good on them. Good shout there. Evening, John Merrill. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. How'd you guys get on this evening? Let's get to the rest of this interview here.
Word on James Jones, Phil. We saw him come off after half an hour. What's the news on him?
Yeah, just a recurrence of his foot injury. He's been out a while and been back in training 10 days, been itching to get back out there. Tonight was an important game for him to get himself back in contention. But he felt his foot again, and I haven't spoke to Kev yet, but obviously it doesn't look too good. And it's a frustrating thing. We picked up a couple of injuries last time in this competition with Bolts and Boyley are both not back yet, and we picked up another one tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for James Jones. You want to see players do well. That was my thing. I didn't want players to go down and be injured. Granted, I'll say this. James Jones just wanted an opportunity to go out there and play, just feel good about, getting on the pitch, getting back and then hurting yourself again. It was his foot. We thought it was his ankle. it is sad. It is unfortunate. We did lose Bolt and Boyley, as he said, but injuries are part of the game. My concern going into this match was just the fact that I didn't want any more injuries to our players who are either 1 or 1A, which would be like a Mulls or a Lee or a Palmer at this point, or a Scar or a Stash. We came through okay. JJ went down. It's unfortunate. We want to wish him the best. Get back to it. We don't know how serious it is, as you just said. He hadn't talked to Ken, which is one of the physios there.
If clean sheets now on the spin since Stockport, and no matter how much disruption you've had with injured goalkeepers,
was a real quality moment for us. And Aaron finished it brilliantly and capped off what I thought was a good display in Tommy, because even though they haven't played in the last few games, they've been part. His foot injury, he's been out a while.
I didn't hear the clean sheets.
Been back in training 10 days, been itching to get back out there. Tonight was an important game for him to get himself back in contention. But he felt his foot again, and I haven't spoke to Kev yet. But obviously it doesn't look too good, and it's a frustrating thing. We picked up a couple of injuries last time in this competition with Bolts and Boyley, are both not back yet, and we picked up another one tonight.
All right.
5 clean sheets now on the spin since
5 clean sheets.
No matter how much disruption you've had with injured goalkeepers, no matter how many changes you've made through that defensive unit, must give you huge heart that you've got a squad of players here who can be interchanged and still provide a shutout consistently.
Yeah, mentioned Scary and Tommy because even though they haven't played in the last few games, they've been part of a very solid defensive unit throughout the season, and both unlucky not to be in the team. But as you've seen so far this season and tonight, we've got players who can slot in, and the team isn't weakened at all. And I thought Scary and Tommy were flawless tonight in their decision making and clearances, communication, helping young Aaron out, and so very pleased with those two. But I didn't expect anything less because they're good professionals.
Yeah, think about it that way. You have Scar and you have Stash come in next to AJ. Aaron James. Coming in as a youngster. You're not having those two come in a game like this. You're not going down a level. Easily, those two guys can be starting in the first team easily, and they were. They're just being put up by Brunt and by O'Connell at this point. It's what he prefers right now. There's no downside. I mean, the quality that we have at this level, League One, in the back, and it's pretty fucking fantastic.
Now you'll take every game as it comes, but into the last 16 now.
Yeah.
Does Wembley start to appear, at least on the horizon, if not being first in your thoughts?
Had to ask.
I said to the lads yesterday that this competition, I've been involved in it for a few years. Not obviously when we're in National League, that it starts getting more exciting. Obviously, once you progress through these early rounds, and tonight was important for us. To get the minutes for the lads going into this busy month we've got coming up, but equally now it adds a little bit more added incentive to the competition. But we'll still be utilising the competition to give players much needed minutes.
Phil,
see, he like I said right there, he doesn't. He's like he knows what it is. It's getting minutes for the players that aren't getting minutes and keeping them happy and getting them opportunities. I get it, getting them sharp. Which, again, I guess maybe I was too cautious going into it. Fine, fair play. Happy to do that. Fine, happy to be wrong. Happy to just throw a little caution to it. But it's my job here on the local pundit, to just have a conversation. Put it on there. My opinion is that let's see how this goes. But the league we have way too much at stake. Way too much at stake with this league. This is a trophy that would be great. We get to Wembley, a great day out. Maybe I'll fly over for the goddamn final if we get there, okay? But I want the league. I want to go up. That's all I care about. That's really all I care about. Glenda Bershey says, Josh 2.0, Foz2.0 was the fourth keeper to start match this season. Yes, Glenda, think about that stat. And also, keeping clean sheets. So incredible there. Let's get on to Aaron James, the goal scorer. Look at that mop on him. Love that. He's just growing facial hair.
Aaron, a first ever goal in a Wrexham shirt tonight. Can you just try and sum up what you're feeling right now?
It's a bit of a raw emotion at the moment, but I kind of feel, happy, over the moon. I feel quite proud. My family were in the stands watching.
Nice.
So it's I think a really proud moment for myself and for them as well. Just over the moon. I think more importantly as well, we're through to the next round. I think kept the clean sheet, which is ultimately my role. Scoring goals is just a bonus, I'd say. really over the moon, really kind of proud of the overall performance. And then with a goal to top it off is, very pleased.
Gaffer definitely has he said he's got a future, whatever that future, if it's here or somewhere else, whatever it is, he's a future. He's playing him in the squad. Look what happened to Max. He started playing Max, and Max is integral part to this team. You want to see it, you good to see it. He said it's good to get the clean sheet and go through. Goal is the bonus, but we had a clean sheet, and that's my job. My job as a defender. And you got to take that on. And that's intelligence, football intelligence there and understanding there what's going on. Matt Al, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Have you thought out yet, my friend? Have you thought out yet? And Matt Al gave me a shout before the game and said that, just totally off topic, just as we do. Sorry, I'm trying to move around the hat there. We have a festive theme going on here. Matt Al did say that he did see Evans warming up tonight. So that's a good thing. Not playing, but warming up. So good. Hope you're doing well. Let's get back to this interview.
And obviously, hard-fought victory, a clean sheet, a 1-0 win late on. Are you pleased with the level of performance that you put in on an individual level to be in such tough circumstances? To get
Yeah. No, they put out a pretty strong team. They dictated the game quite well. We had spells, they had spells, and we defended our box really well. I think it was a really good team performance. And on a personal level, I thought it's one of the better performances I've had this year in a competitive game and in a reserve team game. Pleased with my own performance, but I think ultimately, more importantly, it was a really good team performance and an overall, great victory. And
when you reflect back on,
good on him. He's obviously very proud and happy, but also knows that basically Gaffer gave him an opportunity. He's taking his opportunities. So one of those prep for opportunities, and I think that's good. And I'm liking his just calmness, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe it's a big future for him. Maybe the future is here. But coming into a side when you're not playing games, you want to get your opportunity. You want to impress the manager. You want to say, "Hey, look at me," even though you don't get a lot of opportunities. And he just said right there, he thought it was one of his best performances. So he's quietly confident, but not arrogant. And I like that in a player, especially a young guy who's just trying to be humble, but also say, "I'm here, but I know I need to wait my time." So good for him. Good for him. And Matt Al says, nope, he's still dithering. He's still thawing out.
The opportunities that you've had so far this season, what are the key sort of learnings that you've taken away when you reflect back?
Yeah, so when I speak to Steve and Jonah after the game, I think the biggest difference is the physicality in the games. Yeah. So kind of I've bulked up a bit over the last few years, but even more kind of to deal with that physicality, deal with that intensity of the game. And I think getting that exposure in these Vertu Trophy games is really important. I think as well, kind of playing for not 3 points, but to go into
quickly on that too, the bulking up, getting better. I mean, I think he's 18, 19 years old. He's a man, but he's not quite a man yet. I understand that. When I went up from basketball to high school to college, huge difference when they're bigger, they're faster, stronger. Huge difference. He's obviously he's a defender. He wants to be bigger and bulkier. But the game, if you have the ability to slow the game down, you're able to take those hits, use your body the way you don't normally would be to use it. If you're like a bigger athlete, playing, and then you can kids your age or guys your age or gals your age, for that's true. You could really go up against. Well, you're going to go up against players who are like older than you, who have a little bit more size. Getting used to getting hit in different ways is a learning experience. And what I mean by that is, he's out there on the pitch. The game will move faster for you. The game will it'll let me pull this down a little bit. The game will move faster for you. He's playing with men. Yeah, let me pull this down real quick. I'll do that. He's playing with men. The game's going to move faster. So how do you slow your brain down? How do you do that? How do you get on the ball? How do you take that How do you take that pause and second in your head and not just boot the ball and be able to do that? And if you're getting bumped and you're thinking you're going to get hit, or you don't feel like you have the physicality to compete with some of the quote unquote men that are bigger than you, is a thing. So, he's going through this growth period as a player, as a person in his body, and he's cognizant enough, and the management team is around him to know that, like, hey, we got to bulk you up a bit, but you also need to slow the game down. So it's very, these games are good. This is why I said play the kids, and no harm in playing a Scar or whatever. These this Scar and Stash, these games are easy for them. They really are. I mean, they obviously put good work in. But for a young player like this, and also scoring the winning goal, is very, very important for his development. So you have to take this on and you have to really pat it. So the real winner for tonight, man of the match, obviously, I think was the goalkeeper who came in out of nowhere and did fantastic. But, someone like this come through the academy, really good, positive for him. And you got to be very, very proud. And so good on him. His family was there. He mentioned that too. So good for him. And he's playing with men. And hey, Susan Kennedy, how you doing? Hey, folks, his folks were at the game. How cool for him. Yes, Susan, good to see you. Hope you welcome back. Welcome back.
Next round is something that's different at youth team and reserve team level. I think playing for that 3 points, playing for the win, grinding out a result, kind of managing the game a little bit better is something that I've learned from like the games themselves, but also from the players, like playing next to Dan Scar, Tom O'Connor, George Dobson in midfield. They kind of teach you things kind of along the way, and after the game, not kind of speak to me and congratulate you, but also say, hey, you could have done this, could have done that. So I think, the game management and the physicality is something that's quite a difference from what I've experienced in the past.
See, in the physicality, and having a Scar behind him or next to him, and a Stash next to him, and now I think about it too. Forget about the going into the game, but let's talk about what happened in the game. Having a Dobson, Scar, and Stash next to him, and afterwards saying, "Hey, you could have done this better," but it's not criticism; it's like improvement. Dobson in front of him might have been strategic, and in regards to Parkinson, thinking like, let's surround this young player so we can have a good experience and a good opportunity and grow, and we can use it for the future. Now, granted, you probably can't do that every game, but they're going out there and they're rooting for him. They're rooting for this young player to do well, and I do love the fact that he did put him in an interview afterwards after scoring the winning goal and having a good game. And easily, I'll tell you right now, if Foz2.0 did not have such a good game and coming in out of nowhere, says Susan Kennedy, and he did. He's been training with the squad and have such a blinder, a great game that Aaron James is right there up with him. So it's all around a good thing, a really, really good thing.
Previously, before the match, about the pride that you take in trying to be a role model for kids coming through the academy, because obviously the pathway that you've had. How much pride was there this evening when you stepped out and you've scored ultimately what is the winning goal to get Wrexham through into the next round of a competition? Yeah, I kind of hope that the youth team players who may have been watching the game will kind of think that, maybe that could be me in 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time, even through the academy. I think being a role model for them is really, really important. And scoring that goal kind of puts me, highlights me a little bit more. And hopefully they can see that and they can kind of learn from how I try and conduct myself and how the whole team conducts themselves, really. To see someone who's come through the academy kind of score the winning goal today and is, I think, really good for the youngsters of the academy and the youth team so they can kind of see that pathway for them. When you reflect...
is he 18 or 19? I have no idea how old he is. He's 18, but he's well-spoken. You can tell he's a little bit nervous, by the way, but he's also holding it down very well. I'm not saying he's nervous in a bad way. He's probably not very used to this. He's obviously media trained, but he's very proud and gives opportunity. It's a 4 minutes 10 interview, and I like every second of it. I like watching this. I like watching and breaking it down with you and getting to know the players a little bit more. This is really good. That's why I like doing the Wrexham Reaction. You're doing interviews with the players like this is great. It's good learning experience, and listening to him and talking about how if he's 18 or 19, right, talking about the other youth players, seeing him and highlighting, hey, that could be me. And that's in anything in life. You want something to strive for and to look forward to, and be like, hey, that could be me, And those are the dreams I want to do. So the things I'm working for, preparation for opportunity, And tonight was his opportunity, and he did that. And so it's really, I love how this club does this. I really do. I love how it highlights. Otherwise, he could have had Mullen out there tonight. He could have had Dobson or Scar, but he chose to put Aaron James, who's 19 years old. Thank you, Matt Al, who's 19 years old. Obviously scored the goal. Go and give them the opportunity to feel what it's really like to, for lack of a better word, live your dream. And I think it's amazing. I think this is such good exposure to these young men who are learning their trade, and we're getting a look into it. It's fantastic. You know, it really is good. So what they're doing, I cannot say anything more how they're doing such a good job. So good on him.
Back to the whirlwind last season of being thrown in a league match against Salford to where you are now. How much are you enjoying the journey that you're on?
Yeah, I think it's really good. I think I enjoy going in every day and thinking, how can I get better? How can I improve? How can I help the team kind of win at the weekend, even though I might not be involved in the matchday squads? How can I help in training to do stuff with the defenders after the game, after the training, after games, things like that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the development at the moment. I'm really enjoying how I can develop myself at training, but also in these games gives me good exposure to hopefully kick on and improve myself. But yeah, really enjoying it at the moment. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
Well done. I mean, he just I don't know if you saw that, he just eked out a smile at the end there. Just eked out a smile at the end there. He was like, he didn't let it go till the end. He's like, just eked out that smile. And you know what? He should smile. He should be very proud of himself. And Parkinson, you're probably not going to see this, but Parkinson, well done. Well done. Good on you, putting him out there to do that. And, he's never going to let him down. Let him go and learn and learn how to be professional football players and go out there. So good on them on the pitch. Congratulations to him. Now, there you go. Susan Kennedy just racked it up right there. What I was just thinking too. Wish Foster had an interview as well. I did too. I don't think there is one. Let me just double check. We don't know anything about this guy. He's a mystery. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no Foster interview. Okay, fair enough. Nothing there. But I do. Good. By the way, good to see you back. Good to see you back. Can't beat youth academy player coming through and getting game time. No, John Merrill, you can't. You really can't. And I'm sure you have some players that you guys are looking at in your side, Birmingham City, that are really good. They'd love to get an opportunity like that too. I don't know if they play tonight or not. And yes, he's 19. And great gruff for 19. My beard today was like peach fuzz. Yes. Oh, I had so much hair. And Susan says, I love seeing the academy lads playing. Me too. And Matt Al, older for sure. He looks older for sure. No, he's old soul. He's got an old soul. He really does have an old soul. Last one here before we get on and let everyone get back to the evening. 6 saves. He had 6 saves. No, he was fantastic tonight. All right, let's get this last interview here with Parkinson. I know we're doing double interviews with Parkinson, but I want to see him on the pitch. Off the pitch, it might be repeat. Well, let's see what he has to say.
Progression into the final 16 of the Vertu Trophy after a 1-0 victory here at the STōK Cae Ras. What did you make of the game?
Yeah, I don't think it was the greatest game to watch. Certainly, it was a bit disjointed from our point of view at times, but that can.
Did he just say it wasn't the greatest game of the what? Oh man, that might be one of the most honest things I ever. Oh shit!
Be expected when we picked a team and haven't had loads of time to work on it. But equally, it's good to progress. And some positives for us tonight in terms of Brad in goal, Aaron James's goal, and an all-round performance. So yeah, a structured performance without really ever showing that the quality we really know we've got. But just pleased to progress, and we've got some minutes in players which are very valuable going into this busy month.
That might be the most honest thing he said. Wasn't great, not structured. How do we do it? We blah blah blah.
A word on Brad, first Wrexham start, first Wrexham game. What did you make of his performance overall?
Yeah, I think first of all it was a big ask for Brad because he's been in with us for a couple of weeks, or probably not even that. Credit to Aidan Davison, our goalie coach, because he brought him in because we needed another goalkeeper on the training ground, and to throw him in tonight at short notice and looking as accomplished as he did, it's an enormous credit to him, and I'm very pleased. It's never easy. And not just being put into first team action. It's when he hasn't had any 11v11 practice as well throughout this season. So yeah, so pleased for him, and good solid performance.
Here's the deal: he's not going to start him on Saturday. I would love to see him start on Saturday. He just came in. If he starts, I'll be shocked. Not Parkinson's style. He's going to start chomp, but he did very, very well. He didn't look out of place. Foz 2.0 did not look out of place. So coming in late on, putting him in there. Go ahead, kid. Do what you got to do. Do your thing. 23 years old. Here's the good thing, right? This is how things fucking work out sometimes, right? Now, okay, Callum Burton goes down for the year, whatever, right? AO goes down, breaks his wrist. He'll be back, and hopefully in 5-6 weeks, whatever it's going to be, maybe January or something, right? Did we just unearth another 23-year-old great goalkeeper that could be with us for the next couple of years as a backup or a competition to AO? I don't know. Now, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We're putting a lot of carts in front of a lot of horses to say that. But, things like this happen how did Tom Brady get his start? Bledsoe went down and Tom Brady never looked back. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but you unearth good talent, so there's something to that. There is something to that. So good on him. A good shout out. And he did win the man of the match. Matt Al says, I honestly thought when Parkey flooded the pitch with top players, he was thinking it was going to Pens. That's exactly what I was thinking, Matt Al. He's like, I'm going to bring in Big L. I'm going to bring in Ollie P. I'm going to bring in Mulls. He thought it was going to Pens too. Shit, and it could have been. I said during the watch along, if you haven't seen it, go back and please smash a like on the video and share it out. Please keep sharing it out. Let's go. Let's help this algorithm out. Let's go. But I thought too he's going to go to Pens, and that's why I thought he flooded it too. So good, Matt Al. You and I were mind melding right there, And going back to some of the players, so John Merrill says, sadly, due to our youth squad players don't get a sniff, we have a couple on loan and has just come back from Burton. On loan. I guess he will go back on loan in January. Yes, sure. And so big squad you guys have. And 40 did put in a good shift for sure. He did. I mean, listen, he's a bit part player and he wants to take his opportunity as well. But
Aaron James Wood on the goal scorer. He's been with the club for a long time now. He's come through the academy. For any of the academy lads that were watching tonight or watching at home, what can they take from his performance and his progression?
Yeah, well, first of all, I thought it was a great cross by Moles. He's dug it out right on the touchline. It was a fantastic cross. And a good finish from Aaron, but his all-round performance I thought was really good. We've come up against a team tonight who are known for producing good young players, and they had some centre-halves playing tonight. And I thought Aaron, looked as good, if not better, than the players who've all got a lot of league experience. So we've been saying for a while that we, rate Aaron and we know what a solid player is, but he's getting better and better in his contribution going forward. We flipped to a back four with the last 15, 20 minutes, put him in at right back. And I thought his all-round game, not just his goal, was excellent tonight. He really looked as if he wanted to show everyone again that he can play at this level. And maybe the next port of call for him is a loan move in January. And as I said, after the Port Vale game, I'm just hoping managers are watching his performances and they'll see what a reliable defender he is, but also improving in terms of what he offers the team in possession as well.
Breaking news, put him in the shop window for a loan move. Good on him. Well done. He's not going to get first team. He wouldn't be playing if we weren't in the Bag of Donuts trophy here. But fair enough. Yeah. And did we bring up that Matty James rumored to extend? No, not yet. We'll do it tomorrow. But Matty James might be rumored for next year to an extended his for the contract to the summer. I think he should. But breaking news right there saying he basically said cat call ski. He's like, hey, check out one of our players. He's really good. He's a good young talent. Bring him down to League Two, give him out, and go play some games. In League Two start. Great. That's a good cat call out there to any of the managers who he probably knows. Say, hey, he's the guy. You could probably use him. And go have great solid defense. Good for him. I like that. Good job, Phil.
Tonight was always going to be a different type of game. I'd imagine you're relatively pleased with the fact that not only have you got the win, you've got another clean sheet under your belt as well through this run of games.
Clean sheet.
Yeah, of course, it's always good to win, and mentions for Scary and Tommy as well, because they've been part of a defensive unit which has done really well this season, and both are lucky not to be in the team. But we've got good defenders who can come in and out the side without weakening the back three or back five. And I thought Scary and Tommy did really well tonight. I thought the decision making on the ball was good, but the communication and
those are first teamer guys. Just first teamer guys.
Well, they really. made us look strong out of possession tonight, which is important because every Crewe team you play always have technical ability and carry some good young players. And but I thought Scary and Tommy did really well for us tonight.
Thanks, Phil.
Awesome. Good double interview by both of them, man. Great interview by Aaron. No, it's kind of long, drawn out, whatever. But when I'm going to get through it, that's what the Wrexham reaction is for, and being able to glorify the games. Didn't do extra time tonight. We had I'll take coordination issues in regards to getting that sorted out. That's on me. So I apologize to that. So, but listen, good job tonight. Good job tonight for the team going through. Again, I'd never want us to lose. I never, ever, ever want us to lose. I don't. But I my focus is on the league, and I don't want our players to go down to injury, and JJ unfortunately to go down. See how bad that is. But it's a good win, good solid performance. Getting players minutes, great. We came through it largely unscathed, so that's good. Minus JJ, I hope he's okay. But again, another clean sheet. The highlights are one. Brad Foster coming in and getting man of the match performance, doing very well. Aaron James getting his goal and also having a good performance. Paul Mullen coming in, maybe dusting off a little bit of the cobwebs, putting that ball in the box right back in. Maybe it'll spark him up a little bit. I anticipate him to start on the weekend for sure. I anticipate that to happen. We shall see. So, but middle of the park, was okay. But it's a good performance where we won. It wasn't the sexiest thing to watch. Felt like more of a training match. That's going to happen sometime Tuesday, cold evening. So, yeah. All right. Let's get everyone out of here. And I'm off topic. New Paramount Plus show, Pulisic, Captain America. It's pretty good. Just one episode so far. Thank you, Michael Wolf, for that. I'll go and check that out. And last one here, Matt Al, was the chat on O'Connor nosebleed or busted? Hard to see what was happening from the stand. Looked like he had a tampon shot today. I didn't see it either. He stayed out there, so it's probably just nosebleed. We'll see if it gets busted. He could probably play with a broken nose. There was nothing on the call we had, but if it breaks, man out, we'll no pun intended, we'll get there. So good to see you, Matt. I hope you're all well. Please smash on a like on the video on your way out and subscribe. Good to see everybody. Thanks for the watch along earlier today. Lots of fun stuff. Wrexham Club tomorrow morning, leading into the weekend. When we take on Cambridge, and on Sunday I will be doing the Manchester Derby on the local pundit to do that as well. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be down in the desert. So on that bombshell, I'll see you all.